What's up, everyone? Welcome to a very exciting episode of Beyond the Bell. Today, I have a very special guest here. I'd like to introduce you guys to one of the awesome people on the independent scene, one of the best wrestlers I've seen in recent times. This is CJ Renegade.
What's good, Josh? CJ Renegade, TKO, Elites, all that good stuff, man. How's it going, man?
It's going great. How are you doing?
Been blessed, brother. Been blessed. How about you?
Absolute blessings all around, man. And even
Hell yeah.
today, I feel like it's a blessing to be able to interview you.
Hell yeah.
So how'd you get started with the wrestling? Like, were you a fan growing up, or did you just stumble into it? Or
So, believe it or not, the first time I got introduced to wrestling was right before WrestleMania 23. That was right before it all started. My dad got the pay per view, then we all watched it, and then actually, I had just watched the Marine, the one that John Cena did, and I became a fan of him ever since. So it was like a mixture of those things happened that I became a fan. Now, I honestly didn't know when I was younger that there were indie wrestlers. I didn't know that at the time. I was under the impression that there's only guys that are in the WWE that are the only wrestlers out there. But no, I didn't know there was indie wrestlers. And my first indie promotion that I watched was way before I ever thought about becoming one. I just enjoy wrestling, and then I got so it's kind of funny how I start off. Well, I started off kind of shaky because I was part of this group out in Corpus Christi that we do wrestling skits, like not matches but actual skits that were like pretend matches. So I did that for a little bit, and then I wanted to become an actual professional wrestler. So I was trying to figure out where to go and all that, and I had to get steered in the right direction to find an actual teacher. And then ever since then, I jumped around from training to training, traveling all over the place here in Texas, and I eventually found my spot in Houston. So it was a rough, shaky start at first, but then I eventually found my step, or my my rhythm, pretty much.
yeah, and I mean that's always the best thing is like when you finally get into your rhythm, and you know what you want to do, where you want to be. That's when everything seems to align, and you start to get your career going.
Definitely.
And so, with all that, what promotions have you wrestled for then around Texas?
Oh, that's a whole separate video, honestly, because I've done so many promotions in my short time. So I'll just give you a whole like maybe a good few of them. So
All
I
right.
did Texas Combat League, the whole promotion I'm part of. I did I did Dwarfinators. I did Sadistic Wrestling Federation out in Silsby. I did Evolution Dojo. I did local wrestling, local underground. Um, yeah, Elite Breakout Wrestling. I did Wrestle Shop. I did like a lot of Houston, San Antonio based promotions. I even did a SoCal Pro Wrestling out in Cali last year, October. And
So you're
yeah, it's
starting to
just like a
break
whole,
out.
pretty much. Yeah, I broke out the scene pretty much. Like it was that crazy. What else did I do? Dang, like I just off the top of my head, those are my favorite matches I've done. Then I did some like small house shows, birthday parties and stuff. I'm all over the place, honestly,
You're doing everything. So,
pretty
do you do
much.
any of the bar fights then when it comes to wrestling? Are you out there doing the bar fights down in San
I
Antonio?
did I did actually three of them, but they were out in Houston. No, I did one in Houston. No, actually two in Houston, two of them, and then one out in San Antonio.
Yeah, I noticed San Antonio's scene is a lot of the bar fight, death match, really hardcore there.
I'm gonna be honest, like I can respect the people that do them. Just me personally, I can't do it all the time. Like
Oh,
I have a
no.
lot of respect for people that actually do it, but I just can't do it all the time. I could do like maybe once in a blue moon, but
Yeah, and I
like
mean,
it's fun, but it's also a little more dangerous than the traditional wrestling.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know if you know him. I interviewed like Joe Payne from down in San Antonio, and he's not flexible. He is pure deathmatch, and like I don't know how he does it. Like I want to wrestle, but I don't think I could sit around and take light tubes every other day of my life.
Yeah, and St. Joe Payne, that's the homie right there. That's the homie right there. Um, yeah, he's. I'll give him a lot of respect. Respect his dude. Like that's family, but also he does deathmatch, so I'll give him credit. That's a really tough sport to do.
Yeah, and I mean I would be scared. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd probably shit my britches if I was in there and someone starts swinging a light tube at me.
Like the craziest thing I did was in San Antonio. I had a match against Xavier Gotti, and there's a part where I drag him on the floor, and I did a swanton bomb off the stage onto him.
Really,
Yeah, and
that's
I was
awesome.
like right. Yeah, that was right after I hit him with a light tube.
And that's like kind of your craziest moment then.
I would say so, yeah, because I haven't done anything crazier since.
All right. So, I mean, that answers my next question was literally going to be, what's your craziest moment? And you answered it on your own.
I think it
Um,
was that one, or I think that's virtually it because I don't do much crazier stuff besides like, because I'm a big guy. I'm 300 pounds. I'm doing swanton bombs off like the top rope and off the stages and stuff.
yeah,
But
you're already doing
um,
crazy stuff for someone of your size, honestly.
yeah, and I get a lot of I get a lot of shit for that, honestly.
I don't know how you get shit for that. That's awesome that you're out there doing
People
that.
tell me I'm not meant for stuff like that. They tell me that I'm too big.
That's when
That
you say you are.
yeah, and honestly, like it gets annoying sometimes that bro, like people go crazy for this stuff, and you want people to be engaged with the match. So, and that's why I don't understand. I mean,
And I mean, like a 300-pound guy hitting a swanton bomb. I mean, like that's unexpected. That hooks people in. That grabs everybody's attention the moment they see you launch off the top rope and do that. Like,
and that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I hate when people tell me, "Oh, you can't be doing this, or you shouldn't be doing that." Or are you just upset because you can't pull the same pop I can pull? I mean,
maybe you got to find a move that normally big guys do and start doing that one, dudes.
yeah, but that
That's
gets
how
boring after a while.
it gets boring, especially when it's like big guys do big guy moves most of the time, and little guys do little guy moves. Like I want to see a little guy reach up above his head and choke slam the 6 foot tall guy or something.
It's definitely crazy. Like I know, there was a moment where I did a match out in Corpus. This promotion is no longer active, but there's a part where I did the assisted kip up, the one that Big Show used to do back in WCW. I
Oh,
did that.
oh, nice.
Yeah, and then a lot of people like me doing that, so I just kept it ever since.
Yeah, I mean, once they like it, I mean, you just gotta keep it going, right?
Of course, yeah. So I've been trying to do it ever since, but it's just sometimes the matches get full and there's no way I can add it to the match. So I just left it alone.
So, with that being said, what is your biggest match you've had then? I mean, you have all these big moments that you've done, and I mean, obviously the crowd gets pulled in so quickly with what you do.
Okay, so by term big match, you mean like the biggest guy I faced, or like the biggest name I faced? Like what was like
Let's
what do
do
you mean by
both.
that?
Let's do both.
Okay, so I would say the biggest match I've done was it was a fatal 4-way out in San Antonio, and they were all big guys. But one of them, named Omega, he was like the biggest guy I ever faced in a match. Um, I think he's
Like,
like 450, something like that. I can't remember exactly how much he weighed. I know he said it one time. I can't remember exactly how much he weighed, but he was a big dude. And near
I
the
believe
end of
he's
it,
yeah, he should be
um,
450 if I remember right from last stats I saw.
and then I remember at the end of the match, he got me in an F5 and managed to pick me up, and then did that.
Mm.
And it's rare I get picked up, which is crazy. Um, then biggest name. This match, unfortunately, I didn't get recorded. I'm trying to get clips of it, but no one's sending me stuff. It was me and Ninja Mac. It was at a birthday party, but even then, that was still a fun match to do.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I feel like it doesn't matter where the match is. It matters how much spirit you put into it and how much you enjoy doing it and how much the
Oh
people
yeah,
were able to
yeah. It
like.
was it was fun. Yeah.
I mean, birthday party wrestling is awesome. I don't care what
Oh
anybody says.
yes. Oh yeah.
People
The kids
always
went
want to put
nuts.
that down, but like it's really like when you think about it, that's probably how wrestling first started.
Of course, yeah. And yeah, the kids were absolutely crazy during the whole time. Like doing our moves, and he did his handstand, our somersault out of the ring, and I caught him. Like they went nuts for that. Even the parents went nuts for that.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I would be going nuts for that.
But I think those are the only matches I've had that were bigger than me or the biggest name I faced. And I've had a lot of triple threats, fatal four ways. Um, I think that's virtually it, honestly.
All right. So then I guess what's your like I guess what's that one match like if somebody asks like, "Hey, what's a match I should see?" Or like, "Hey, what's your favorite match?" What comes into your head right away? You know, what's that match that sits with you when that question gets asked?
There's actually a couple. Um, there's me against the Rebel Rock, Sean Jones. We had a good match. That I really had fun with that one.
Great
There was me and Alex Ray for the TKO title. There was this that happened down the Laredo. It's between me versus Gavin Young versus Marcus Ray. We had a triple threat, and unfortunately, there was no winner because we all got attached near the end of it. But it was still a fun match to do. Um, who
I
else did I
think
have?
that's the important part there is like not, you guys have fun and like obviously the fans have fun every video I see like whoever's watching they just seem to like be excited with all of
Oh,
your
of course,
matches.
yeah,
So I mean I think you're hitting all the right points with all your matches. You have fun, the people have fun, and it's good. Like it's all great
yeah.
work that you put in and that your opponents have put
I
in. I can
agree.
see. So being
And
from Texas, I guess what's your opinion on like the lack of drug testing for professional wrestlers there?
so that's new to me. I never knew about that. So I've been told recently because I wanted to wrestle out in Oklahoma, right? But there was someone told me that you needed to take a certain test and you got to do all these certain things before you can even consider wrestling out in Oklahoma. So I never
Yeah,
knew that.
Texas is one of the only unregulated states for professional wrestling. There's very few.
Really, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's because of all the injuries, and then I believe it's the real like heavy push on regulation started in the '90s after Owen Hart's drop from his big entrance as the blue. Can't
Yeah.
think. Yeah, from there they just kind of had to do what they could to like not have bad things happen. So there's been like a million regulations against drugs and everything.
Oh, of course. But your question was how I feel about how Texas doesn't
Well,
have that,
Texas is
or
lack of it. Yeah, Texas not having that.
I mean, considering like I'm still a student of the game, I'm still learning how everything works. So I mean, it hasn't stopped me from competing everywhere. So I mean, obviously, I can't do Oklahoma. I gotta get approved of that first.
Yeah,
So it's still new to me how all this works. So how I personally feel about it, I mean, at the end of the day, everyone is gonna want to be a professional wrestler, regardless of like if they get tested or if they want to be athletic or whatever they got to do. Do I think it's safer and obviously to get approved for it? Then yes, but then that's going to cut a lot of people that want to do this for a living that, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, that's not as fun as anymore. Yeah, it's not fun, but at the end of the day, it's for our safety. So if they ever do decide to regulate it, then of course I have to do all that to stay in the game. But until that day happens, I'm still, I mean, I'm gonna just ride this wave as long as I can. You know what I mean?
Yes, you're just kind of like in the middle of it. Like with that, it feels like you're kind of more in the middle. Like, yeah, it's for our safety, but you don't want it to be steering people away from the sport. It kind of feels like.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, because then you have like 20 plus people that want to do this, and this sport gets regulated here in Texas, and that's 17 people that doesn't want to do it, and you got the three guys that that want to do it still. So that kind of like cuts off anyone that really wants to do it but doesn't want to go through all that testing and regulation stuff to even to attempt to do it.
Yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense too. Like with that, yeah, you don't really like want to push people away, and well, yeah, of course we all want it to be regulated. We don't want less and less wrestlers because that's how industries start dying.
Yeah. So, and Texas is huge. Like there is a lot of leagues. There's a lot of indie wrestlers. There's a lot of like minor promotions, major promotions. Like there's a lot here. So there's a whole vast of like variety here in Texas, which I'm extremely grateful for. Because if you can't make it in one city, you could do it in another one. If you're not popular at a certain town, you go to another one. Like the range is incredible here in Texas.
Yeah, and like that's what I've really noticed when I'm not gonna lie, I punched into Chat GPT. I was like, let me hit up the heads of these guys. Wrestling promotions in Texas, and then it's like duh, and it's like a
Yeah,
whole
there's
scroll worth of names.
yeah, it's crazy how many leagues and even that are new ones that are coming out. Like the list just goes on and on and on. Like it's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I still wish I would have started this before Victoria Pro shut down, or Victory Pro. Still
Yeah.
wish they would have been awesome to have any of those guys through here.
Oops.
I was just gonna say you're dropping, and then you fell.
I'm good. There you go. I'm gonna just hold on to it because I don't want to drop it again.
So what's your favorite match stipulation to do then?
Okay, so my favorite one as of late that I had fun doing it maybe had to be a no DQ because obviously there's no rules, so you can do whatever the hell you want. But um, there are dream ones I want to do. Like I want to do a last man standing match. I want to do a cage match. Um, what else I wanted to do? A submission match because I have the Hell's Gate I do for a finisher sometimes. Um, there's just a lot of like those are the top three I want to do. Steel cage, last man standing, and the submission match.
And those are all like awesome match types, and the fact that they're all so like different, I really like that too. Because a lot of people they give like two or three, and they're like, I really want to do like a steel cage or a Hell in the Cellar. They say it like that, but you are given like actual variety in what you want to do.
Yeah, because I studied like believe it or not, like when I got the wrestling games for SmackDown vs. Raw or 2K20, I always like look up the certain match types that I feel I had fun with, and so far those matches are the ones that I had fun with.
Yeah. So you're kind of like figure out what you enjoy from like games or what?
No, I just do that so I can like I picture myself doing it in an actual like promotion. Like if they ask me to do a last man standing, then yeah, I'm gonna go for that straight up. Then if anything else, I'll just have fun with it.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I hope that you can get to do all of those soon. I mean, especially because like I can see your star is rising. You've made it out of your home state recently, and presumably it's going to
Yeah,
happen again.
I really hope so. Like all I can say is like the sky is the limit. So I wouldn't be surprised if the next like promotion I do, they want me to do a last man standing, or if God willing, I do a steel cage because I think at the Houston Premier Arena they have a steel cage in the back, but I just no
They
one's done
do.
it. So
They do. Someone's told me about the cage. They have one.
yeah, it's definitely. I really want to do something like that. I remember a long time ago out in Victoria, they had an all steel cage event, and I was like, dang, I really want to be in there, but I can already tell it's a pain in the ass to put together.
Oh yeah, it has to be. I mean,
At least with WWE, like they lower the damn thing from the top of the ceiling.
You know, on the
Everyone
indies,
else,
you got guys lifting panels and connecting panels, and
yeah. So that's already a pain to do already.
I mean, at least all the guys are in good shape already from wrestling training, right?
Of course, yeah. That's the advantage.
It's the one advantage to having to put together the steel cage of the indies is you're already in good shape.
Yeah, I think someone mentioned to me that the reason why no one does steel cage as often as they should is because like they have to rely on the talent to do it. And if they're in matches where they're rivals, then like people are gonna ask, well, what are they doing? They hate each other while they're gonna then help put a steel cage together. So that's what they told me why steel cages aren't really as often as they should be.
It's kind of the type of thing where you'd have to have extra hands on deck, and because you
Yeah,
got to
and
keep the kayfabe going.
I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand where like not a lot of hands are on not a lot of hands are on deck. Because I've seen people like think they're too high or mighty to not help out.
And that's just not true. I mean, heck, I literally it's a lot in the music industry like that too, where people think they're too high and mighty to like help with this or that, you know. But it's
Yeah,
like I show up. I'm a music artist. I show up to all my shows early and help set up.
yeah.
So I guess I just don't get it, you know.
Hmm. But it sucks because like I know I'm still new at this, so I'm still paying my dues. But either way, I try to show up early, and I try to help set up the ring and everything, and see if the promoter needs anything. Like I do what I can to show that I'm here to pay my dues, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you do great things inside the ring, and I can tell outside the ring you're very helpful with what like shows and promotions, just from the way you talk and stuff about this
Yeah,
stuff.
I try to. Like that's it. What sucks is that sometimes it's only me. I think I remember doing a show out in Kingsville, and it was just me and the ring guy and his son. That was with the ring. That was it.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and the other guys didn't show up till not even 30 minutes later.
I was gonna say probably. Oh, I was about to say 10 minutes to curtain. No, they show up late just as you finish.
Yeah. Well, like we started like getting everything set up, and then right when they showed up, we started taking down all the bigger pieces down.
See, small pieces, and then they showed up, and it was time for all the big ones.
Yep.
You there, CJ? You cut.
Yeah.
Or it's probably my connection, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's kind of like you guys did the smaller pieces, and then the other guys came in. And you had the bigger pieces waiting for them.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Sounds like a fair trade.
Oh, definitely a good fair trade.
Should have been there on time.
That's what I try to do. Like I try to be there on time. If I got to be there out of town, then either I got to be there like early in the morning and then wait for the show to start, or like get a hotel and stay a night there, and then get there early.
Yeah. And like, I mean, that's just how it is sometimes. I'm just like, I have to do the same thing a lot of the time when I have to travel. You have to get there early because you don't know if anything's going to happen on the road.
My bad. I'm trying to. A lot of people are messaging me on here, and it's interfering.
Hello?
Yeah, you're good. It's mostly my end too.
Did you hear what I said there then?
No, I broke up a little bit.
I'm trying to remember what we were talking about quick. What the last thing said was.
It was about the ring setup.
Oh yeah, and I mean, like, yeah, that's how it goes, though. Like, I remember now because we talk about on the road and stuff. But yeah, that's how it goes. We got to leave early to get wherever we have to go for traveling. Whether like no matter what the industry is, really,
Yeah,
when it comes to performing, because something happens on the road, the show's screwed up if you can't make it.
yeah,
And it took me a few shows to win.
that's the same way with wrestling. Like,
Sorry.
say if you have you're good. Um, it's like with wrestling, how like if you have a main event and the other guy can't make it because of like traffic issues or personal issues, then the whole event's messed. Like that whole event, but the whole main event is like messed up.
Oh yeah, I know how you feel. I put on a show last month and my co-headliner never showed up.
Oh damn,
Yeah, I did everything, and then my co-headliner and half the lineup wasn't there.
that's crazy.
Like, it's the entertainment industry at all aspects. I mean, same things happen in wrestling too, sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does happen. But at the end of the day, like we wrestlers are very, very what's the word? Adaptive. So if
Yeah,
one thing doesn't work, we shift stuff around to make it work.
exactly. And that's what we have to do sometimes. So, I guess on to the next thing. Have you had any? I mean, I know you've had some titles, like you told me about one, but what about all the others? I know there's got to be more than one.
Yeah. So for the past 3 years, I had a title called the multimedia title. I unfortunately had to retire it. Then I had the TKL Elite title. I still have it. I had the ACW Come and Take It title, but I unfortunately dropped that one recently. So those are the only
Every
titles I have.
the come and take it title, huh?
Yeah, that one wasn't. I'm not really that one. I'm starting to like not care about honestly. If I lost it,
That
I
one
lost it. I
I'm
didn't
kind of
really
like,
care.
yeah. I mean, that one I'm kind of like I've interviewed. I think your interview number 7 and 3 or 4 of you guys have held that same title.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't mean to like shit talk on anybody, but the way they handled that part was just like I really don't want to get much into it because it's kind of a it's already an old topic I really don't want to bring up anymore. But I want to just
All
say
right,
it was just if
was
I'm
it a
gonna hold a
shoot?
title, I want to make it prestigious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to hold the mid card, low card title, and I hate to say it, that's kind of what the come and take it title feels like it is.
Yeah. So at that point, I'm like,
A lot, and it just sorry, I didn't mean to
no, you're
cut you
good.
off.
I'm just saying, like, at that point, I'm not gonna sure about it. If they gonna take it from me, by all means, I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, with a title like that, I mean, especially when you're holding the TKL Elite title.
Yeah, it was cool being a double champion. Don't get me wrong, but it's just nah, it wasn't really worth it.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, at some point, like that title just it changes hands. It feels like on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, someone seems to have that title around their waist, and
Yeah, and I think with me is that if I'm gonna hold a title, I at least want to defend it properly. You know what I mean?
yeah, you don't want it to be like, and that's basically just the 24/7 title. Like, I mean, you don't want to be the guy getting beat up randomly after your match. I
Yeah. So
assume
that's kind of why like when I lost it, I wasn't sure about it too much.
that's that makes a lot of sense. So, um, are there any titles that you plan to go for in the near future at all?
There's obviously the local wrestling title, either both that or the Fire Daddy title. There's there's another one I saw recently. I really want to get my hands on. Um, oh man, there's the APW heavyweight title. There's the SHW Texas title. Like, there's a lot on my radar. I'm trying to get my hands on.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell because I mean, you blanked one and were able to name 3 more right after.
Yeah,
So you got a list of titles that you want, and that's
yeah. I'm
awesome.
trying to be the bill collector, pretty much.
So I know you said you were part of like Sundown Texas. Have you ever been part of like a tag team or anything then, or has it just been the promotions and being signed with them and things?
I've done some tag teams. They were just like mixed match, so um, not really
No,
like I'm not much of a tag team guy. So
that's
that's just
fair.
that's how I operate. I mean, if I'm gonna do a tag team, it had to be like either a last minute decision or they're just mixed matching teams together to see what they work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm guessing for you to be like in an official tag team, it'd have to be someone that really clicks with you and someone that like knows what they're doing. It feels like it has the same kind of vision.
Sort of, yeah. It's also another. I need to make sure that we're on the same page. Like we gotta have like that good chemistry.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't want to just sit there and like mash together two random wrestlers.
Yeah, that's unfortunately the case that happened to me recently. But again, like I'm not tripping. I mean, I said I'm not a tag team guy. I was never meant to be a tag team guy. So
No, I mean, and I can see it. Like I've seen a tag team match, and then I've seen like a dozen solo matches, and I mean, I can tell where you're more inclined to like be able to, because you can be you and do everything you want to do in that match.
of course, yeah.
So
So I'm
I guess
like I said,
what is
mostly. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was gonna let you finish quick, and then yeah.
No, like I said, like it's. I guess with me, it's easier being a singles competitor because that way I have to worry about just myself and my opponent. That's you know what I mean. That's really it.
Yeah, there's no extra faces that can run in and get their hands on you and things.
Pretty much.
So I guess is there anyone that you want to face? Like, is there anyone that like it's a goal to step toe to toe with them inside the squared circle?
There's Zillafot 2. There's
Oh man,
yeah, that's one of them.
I would die to
Um,
see that one.
there's Zilla. There's a guy named Zeke Rose. I want one on one at least. Um, who else? There's um there's a guy named Jacob Prodigy out in San Antonio. I want to face off against.
Yeah, I believe
Um,
I've reached out to him and watched some of his stuff.
yeah, he's insanely talented. Who else? Um, there's another big guy I want to face off against.
Like physically big?
Yeah, physically big. Yeah.
Is it the one that Joe and Len faced or no?
Big J. Not as of late, not with him.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't
there
sure. I
that's
don't know a lot of bigger guys around your area much. I know you and I know Jay, who's huge.
yeah. Um, Off head, those are the only three I can think of, like as of like on like off head at the moment. I have a whole list somewhere in my room.
Oh, you said I have the goal list. These guys will face me one day.
Yeah, that's sort of what I have in mind. Like it's a whole list of people I want to face off in a match.
Yeah, I understand that. I have the same list for I will open a concert before these guys.
Yeah, that's a fire one too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like having a list for your goals is a very like having something tangible to look at really helps.
Yeah, that reminds you to keep working harder towards those goals.
And it makes them feel more real because now you have them physically in your hand.
Yeah,
So this is the tough question, but I love asking it. Who's your Mount Rushmore of wrestling? Any
I
it can
actually
be
I
indie,
actually
any.
I actually stated this a while back. Um, it was Roman Reigns, John Cena, Undertaker, and Stone Cold.
I literally cannot argue with that list in any way, shape, or form, man.
Yeah,
Especially Undertaker,
I did a
Stone Cold,
whole
Reigns.
yeah, I did a whole podcast out in the Woodlands, and we talked about Mount Rushmores of wrestling, and those are the four I had. Um, I think there's a clip of it on my Instagram talking about it, and it's like a 15-second clip that I said the reason why I picked Roman Reigns is that he went from being the most hated, force-fed guy in the company to now one of the most iconic wrestlers right now in wrestling.
Yeah, and like even crazy that is he went from being like extremely hated to extremely loved to like kind of in the middle to being one of the most hated wrestlers of our generation because he's that good at his character.
Yeah. So those are
I
pretty
don't
much
really
my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, and I mean, great choices. They are all like people that like I can literally name matches I've seen any of them in without thinking too hard. So,
Yeah.
what's your favorite match you've watched? Then I guess I mean, doesn't have to be anything big. It could be some a couple of your friends, even. What's the one that like you saw these guys, and it just kind of you love it. You love that match.
Um, is actually my match I will show to like new fans that want to get into the sport. It's Undertaker and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25.
Oh, one of the greatest matches to ever exist. I don't care what anybody says.
And there's a bonus for that. I actually was there live that match.
You were?
I was at
Oh,
WrestleMania 25.
that is awesome. You are so lucky to be able to see that one live. I mean, that one literally, I think it's been like two or three. It was in two WWE 2K showcases because they had the Shawn Michaels 2K showcase and the Undertaker one. They doubled down on that match.
Yeah. So there's a reason why I picked that one.
Yeah, definitely see why. It's one of the most iconic ever, and you got to see it.
Yeah. So that one has a special place in my heart.
So, what's like your big goal? Where do you want to end up with wrestling?
So that is actually a really good question because obviously the biggest one is WWE, right?
Yeah, but now you
But
have
we've all
WWE, AEW, TNA, Ring of Honor. You even have JCW on the independents being the biggest one for that.
I do have a thing about that. So everyone's biggest dream is WWE, right? Let's just all put it out there. But unfortunately, we've seen how sometimes how they handle with local talent, how they handled like indie guys. So
Yeah,
sometimes having a WWE dream sometimes isn't always a reality. But there's always compromises. Again, there's AEW, there's or TNA, there's New Japan Pro Wrestling, there's
there's
JCW, there's
ROH.
GCW, there's again there's AAA, there's CMLL. Like there's a wide variety of these major promotions that people really sleep on just because they're not WWE. So
Yeah,
if I end up being on AEW, if I end up being on ROH, if I end up being on Impact, if I end up being on AAA, like it doesn't matter. I managed to get on those promotions based
yeah,
on
and I
my
mean
hard work.
exactly, and I mean your hard work is showing every time I see you in the ring, and that I feel like is a very important thing. And I mean, if you make it to any of those promotions, I'll still be watching. I'll be watching live this time though, because it'll be on TV.
I appreciate that, and it's just like it's just tough because right now I'm under I just got injured, so I'm trying to get back into it.
Oh, what happened there? I didn't know about that.
I suffered a eye injury after Saturday.
Oh yeah, that's right. You told me you had an injury, but you never told me what it was. It was your eye.
It was my eye and my nose, but my nose is already almost done healing. The eye is like still on its like road to recovery.
Is it like sight issues it's causing, or?
It's side issues.
Oh man, yeah, that sucks. That definitely inhibits your ability to be in the ring for a bit.
So that's kind of why right now I'm under under recovery until then. So like I haven't been straining myself. I only just go to work and go home. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if that's all you can do, I mean, I hope you can get back to it soon. And I've been excited to see more than what I've seen, and I keep wanting to watch more. But
Just know that
yeah,
the only way I'll stop wrestling is that if either my back gives out or my legs give out, and I
and
still got
that's
another 10 more years at best.
well, 10 more years. I mean, heck, sometimes it only takes people 5 years to make it, and you're already three in, right?
I'm actually a year and 5 months in now.
So that's when you actually started wrestling, was like a year and 5 months ago.
Yeah, I would say so because my official training started in March.
Oh wow. So you're still relatively new to the game, and I mean, starting out a little older than normal, how does that feel then?
It's a bit of a caveat because there are people out there that started at the age of 15 and they've been at it ever since. So
Yeah,
being
man.
at me at my advanced age, I have to not not rush, but I have to pick up the pace in
Yeah,
order to
and
keep
that
up.
makes yeah, obviously. I mean, you're what, 30 years old, and
Yeah, 30 years old now.
you got a bunch of 18 to 20-year olds there. I mean, young guys fresh out of high school. A lot of them were in wrestling, football, basketball. They're definitely more conditioned right off rip when they start.
And it's crazy because I have a lot of people in my comments on my videos. They're telling me I don't think I can do it. I can't do it. I'm 22. I'm 18. It's too late for me. And I'm sitting there thinking, bro, I started at 29. So like, if I
I
can
mean,
do it, I'm sure you.
you just said that, and I'm like, I'm 22 with back issues and knee problems, looking at going to a training facility. What are they talking
Yeah.
about?
So I'm saying, like, it's never too late to start, unless you're in your 50s, and I don't know what to tell you there, but
Yeah, I mean, once you're like that old, probably not.
yeah,
I mean, there's even like 45-year-old guys that still go out, and I mean, they only do 2, 3 matches, but they go try. So I hate
yeah,
when
at
people
least
say
they're
I
trying.
can't do it, but I want to, because yes, you can do it. It's just you're pushing yourself back farther by limiting. That's what
Yeah.
a lot of these young guys that want to do it do. They limit themselves too much, I feel like.
So that's kind of why whenever I get a comment saying, "Oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can, if I'm not athletic enough, if I'm too big, or I'm too old," like, bro, like, and they're telling me their ages, which is crazy. I've heard someone tell me that they're 19 and it's too late. I'm sitting here like,
No, they only think it's too late because there's these guys on the independents from like Mexico, Canada, Europe that have been training since they were 10. It's not too late. It's actually average time to start training in America is between 15 and 20 years old.
yeah. So, and I tell them, bro, like, I'm 20, or at the time I was 29, and I'm around 290, 300 pounds. So if I can do it, someone who's like, you know, obese, as they say, so they can do it.
Yeah, I mean, when I was 15 years old, I was morbidly obese, 467.8 pounds, and I was doing backyard wrestling in my backyard with my friends, putting that stuff up on YouTube, sitting there hitting moves, getting power bombed, everything.
Yeah. So like, that should be a clear indication. Like, if we can do it, then you sure shit can do it, and find your training, and eventually, you'll be up there in the ring.
Exactly. And like that's the big thing is like people just don't go to find their training because they put these like limits because they don't look like the big league guys, and that's sad to me.
And I have a video on my Instagram that says I'm not a WWE wrestler, so you can keep scrolling. So I mean, that's how, like, bro, I'm not a WWE guy, but I mean, I'm here doing it still. So if
Yeah,
I can do it, you can do it too.
exactly. And it's like that's why I'm like I'm not a headliner, but you can keep scrolling. Like I've had that on my TikTok for a while now.
Yeah,
And then I deleted it last month, obviously. So I guess I had it there for a while. I deleted it last month because I became a headliner, technically.
yeah.
But yeah, I get what you mean with all that. But I guess we're actually we're running out of time here. Is there anything you want to tell everybody before I end it here?
So I would just say, and I'll say it again on here: if you have thoughts about becoming a professional wrestler, get your training, find a school, and stick to it. And don't let these other people scare you to say it's a tough job. It is a tough job. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm suffering an injury right now, so it's a tough gig. But if you love it and if you have passion for it, then go for it. Don't let anyone tell you, including your parents, that you can't do it. If you have the passion, if you have the drive for it, go for it. Because I can't stress enough that I've had people tell me, and these are people that I've known for years, tell me that I can't do this, that it's too late for me. No, it's not. You're just saying that because it's too late for you. It's not
Exactly.
too late. It's not too late for me. I got plenty of time and plenty of gas left in the tank. I can still do this.
And you are doing it, and you're doing it very well. And I'm glad that I have gotten to interview you today, and I'm glad that I get to see how your journey's going from here on out because I will be watching closely.
Much, much appreciated.
Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate this a lot. Have
Of
a great
course.
night, man.
You too.